ahead and use them. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Hey guys, welcome to my next review. This is the G.I. Joe Classified series, number 156. Footloose. I just got this guy recently from, what was it, Amazon shipped him? So I wanted to get him unboxed and get a review up for him. So let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the front of the box. Get a nice shot of that fine mustache. And here we got G.I. Joe. Here's the artwork on the side. Number 156. Here's the art on the back. Showing that Mauler back there. Some of the decos. Tempos on his rocket launcher and shoulder. And there's the QRC code and the tech spec thing, and then there's the barcode on the bottom. Nothing on the top, just 156. So let's tilt the camera down, back this up a little bit, and cut the tape. So here he is in his plastic. His helmet pulled out. Backpack. You know, as boring as his look is, I've been looking forward to getting him in hand. I remember having him in the vintage version of him. Just always thought he was, you know, even though he's just in the basic camo, I still thought he was kind of a cool character on the cartoon. Sunbow cartoon was kind of more my more what I paid attention to when I was a kid. Never really followed the comics too much, so I'm not sure how well he was portrayed in the comics. Last thing, get this rifle off or out. Probably shouldn't force it. This tape is just a pain in the butt to pull off. I bent it a little bit. Now that gun tip's a little soft. All right, so let's take a look at the figure first, and then we'll go over his accessories. So here's a close-up of that head sculpt. Kind of mean mugging a little bit. Here's the backside. Huh. You know, normally that magazine would have been a separate piece, but it's just part of his belt. Interesting. So there's that 4-leaf clover on his shoulder that they showed on the back of the box. And let's go over articulation. So the head's on the normal ball joint. You can only go back down to here. You can look up to there. Shoulders are real smooth. Get that nice 90 degrees. He does have a little bit of a butterfly. You can get him a little bit. 360, bicep swivel, pinless double jointed elbows. Yeah, real smooth. I'm trying to think the last classified figure I had. Was it the IG Bat? Or the IG one of them, and they were just... My copy was real stiff. See, he doesn't... Does he have an upper torso? You just can't see it behind the overlay. Yeah, he's got an upper torso. So he can crunch down to there. You go that far. Actually, he has that torso cut. You can kind of see it better now. Waist swivel. His belt kind of gets in the way. Hips. Are they drop down hips? They don't feel like drop down hips. If they do drop down, they don't drop down much. Thigh swivel. Oh, they can go out to there. Double jointed knees. Ooh, that one's stiff. There we go. Pop that. And then forward facing pin on the ankle. You can tilt down to there. Tilt up to there. And good rocker. And let's see, check his other arm, see how tight that is. Not too tight. Not bad. Other leg, yeah. So yeah, So did they do away with drop down hips, or it's just limited range? Because it doesn't drop, that's for sure. Alright, so let's take a look at his accessories. First we'll take a look at his knife. And that can be stored right here. Here's his sidearm. And it does look like it's compatible for effect piece. And it has a holster right here on the back. Here's his backpack. Pretty basic. That's a tight fit. Lower this down a little bit. Let's see, here's his helmet. And does that come off? Looks like it just pins off. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's glued on. I'm not going to force it. Yeah, there's how he looks with his helmet. And here's his rifle. The magazine can come out. And here's his rocket launcher, or was it RPG? And then here's the rocket. And it can slide in just enough to where the tips hang out. And that holster on the shoulder, yeah, kind of. But let's pose them out a little bit. All right, so let's go to my final thoughts. First thing I noticed right away, gummy weapons. Did they bring the gummy weapons back? This is the first figure from this wave that I've messed with, so I hope the rest of the wave's not like this. But yeah, I'm getting reminders from a couple years ago on how soft some of these weapons are. And accessories, the helmet, same way. Other than that, the figure feels smooth. You know, doing those elbow and knee bends for the first time, a little stiff, but nothing too scary. I'm digging the face, the look of the face. I think it's nice. Yeah, I mean, he's just a basic, you know, Vietnam era looking trooper. But so he's definitely I'm glad to add him to the shelf. So I mean, if you're a fan of the original G.I. Joe run, he's kind of a guy that you need to add to your collection. just beware of those weapons. They are a little bit gummy. They don't feel fragile. They're just gummy, and they feel malleable enough that they'll go back in place. But yeah, that was just something I noticed immediately. But yeah, I mean, I recommend. I mean, if you're in the classified line and you just like, you know, a traditional looking military or like Vietnam era, pick this guy up. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Thank you for watching. If you could, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video, comment. Look me up on other socials. I am on TikTok, X, Instagram. I'm on Facebook page. It's all at Talib1980 _collects. I'm also part of the Figure Fight Club. I'm one of the co-hosts, and I have my own Transformer show every Monday. So I'll put a link in the bio or the listing for that. So yeah, if you like Transformers, come check that show out. But that's all I got. Have a good one. Thank you, and take care. Peace.